Facebook just released their new Performance 5 best practices on June 6th of 2023. And if you don't know what these are, it's basically the best practices that Facebook recommends to run an ad account to achieve best success. Now, today I'll be reviewing / reacting to some of these best practices, which ones I recommend based off my experience of spending over $1 million a month on Facebook ads, and which ones I recommend for you to, take and apply yourself. If you don't know who I am, my name is Nick Theriot. I run a Facebook ads agency. I've done over $60 million in online revenue with Facebook ads, and I coach and mentor students. So I have links for both of those below. Have Nick Theriot run your Facebook ads, or have Nick Theriot, get mentored by Nick. Now, before we get started, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, awesome. So you too can check out this article that we'll be looking at today. Just go to facebook.com, business news, unlock business potential of the new Performance 5. Obviously, you can see right here, it's released June 6th of 2023 of Meta's Performance 5, which Performance 5, there's nothing new about this. This has been around for a really long time. It's basically just Facebook's updated version of the best practices that you should be using to maximize performance with Facebook. Now, again, some stuff from Facebook is actually, hey, you need to leverage this. This is going to make you more money. And some stuff I'm a little skeptical about, and based off my own experience and my own testing with some of these key features. So let's go ahead and review this. So number one is simplify your account structure and put ad creative in one central campaign. It's basically talking about account simplification. This is highly recommended across all accounts. We've seen our biggest improvements by taking a step back, consolidating down. So instead of having 10 campaigns, having one campaign. We like to do one campaign per country and one campaign per country per product collection. Okay, and I don't always do it by collection. It just depends if we need to grow revenue for that specific collection. Okay, so here's what I like to look at. Number one, do we have at least 2 or 3 products that's making up 70 to 80% of our overall revenue? The second thing I like to look at is maybe we only have one product, and that's perfectly fine. But let's say if we're a fashion brand, a men's fashion brand, then I'm gonna take our 2 or 3 best sellers specifically for the men's line and put them in one campaign, one ad set, and put those creatives there that we know work. Then I'll use DCT's new ad sets inside that same campaign as a CBO to find new winners for those specific products. Now, if I have a men's line and a women's line, I'm gonna do a men's specific campaign targeting men, and then I'm gonna do a women's campaign specifically targeting women, showcasing the women's products. That's all I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do one campaign per objective. So if I want to grow revenue for the men's line, I'm gonna do that. And if I want to grow revenue for the women's line, I'm gonna grow that. Now, if I have 50 products, because I have a lot of products on my website, I'm only gonna focus on 1 or 2 products in that main campaign. And I may do 2 campaigns just depending on the nature of those 2 products. It's just a kind of case by case scenario, but I will do 1 campaign per country. That is a given. So highly recommend that. Also, to make sure you're doing CBOs, because if you go from 10 campaigns to 10 ad sets in one campaign at ad set budget optimization, you're creating still the same audience overlap. So you want to make sure that you're doing one campaign CBO to allow Facebook to spin where it thinks it's going to have the highest performance and highest leverage. That's how we run things. We purely give Facebook a bunch of assets, and then we let Facebook go ahead and tell us what works at scale by what gets the best spin or the highest spin at the best CPA. So I know that was kind of a lot going in there, but we're super adamant on this. Highly recommend this. Now, this is a new one right here for us. Use automation tools to optimize campaigns. Automate their entire setup through tools like Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, creative placement for their ads. Yeah, research shows that nearly all of our advertisers already using at least one Meta Advantage. Okay, so I'm iffy on Advantage Plus. I'm seeing mixed results for Advantage Plus. I still recommend the standard, manual sales campaign. If you go create a sales campaign or your standard purchase campaign now, it'll literally say something like, like you want to do a manual or automated campaign, and we prefer manual. All right, so this is pretty much just going over Advantage Plus. Again, I'm iffy on that one. Main reason why I'm iffy on it also too is because if we look at Advantage Plus just makes it to where you create one campaign, no targeting, and just focusing on creatives. If you look at our single campaign strategy, it's the same thing. One campaign, we're doing a CBO, so budget set on the campaign level, and then we have one ad set for all of our winning ads. But the only thing difference is that we use a separate ad set to test creatives as a dynamic before adding them to our main ad set, and we only add things to the main ad set where DCTs get more spend than the main ad set, so that actually has an impact on business performance overall. So that's what we do. It's very close to Advantage Plus, like super close. There is a few very small technical things that's different about Advantage Plus, very small. And quite frankly, the biggest reason why I haven't switched over is due to the way we test, where I can upload 3 creatives and put 2 body copies and 2 headlines for those 3 creatives, and it just creates one ad because it's a dynamic ad. That's what I really like, because I can test 12 different variables without having to create 12 different ads to test those 12 variables. That's the main reason why I'd use our CBO structure. Now, again, they're still both focusing on the same thing, and that's broad targeting, single campaign, accounts consolidation, account structure, and broad targeting, which I think I might have already said, and just focusing on the creatives. Like, we do the same thing. Now, number 3 is differentiate your creative by audience. This is more focusing deeper onto creating more ads that are very specific versus creating one ad that tries to hit everyone. So instead of just saying like, hey, our product is for, you know, people who go to the gym. Well, are these bodybuilders, or are these runners, or are these yoga girls, or are they CrossFit girls or guys? Like, there's a variety of different sub interests of people that go to the gym. So instead of just saying, hey, it's for people that go to the gym, hey, we're going to create 10 ads, 1 for each persona, and we're actually going to see a better performance because we're speaking to each specific persona better. Now, this also comes down to desires across your market. This also comes down to different stages of market awareness, different levels of market sophistication, and different like features and benefits and stuff like that around your product. So again, I highly agree with this. Constantly developing and refining your ad creative. Marketers use a creative as a new approach to targeting. Exactly. The creative creates the targeting. That I 100% agree with. When you create an ad and you target broad targeting, you're not targeting broad targeting. You're letting Facebook simply target whoever they want based off the people who resonate with your creative. Simple as that. Next one, utilize the conversion API to improve campaign performance and measurement. I want to say I 100% agree with this, but this is just basically the conversion API that goes from like Shopify to Facebook. Let's see, direct connection between. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do 100% agree with this. I just want to double check it to make sure that I was right. Yeah, I highly recommend that. Make sure you're using the conversion API. It's so simple to set up. Like, you literally just go into Shopify, log into your Facebook ad accounts, and then like they connect the two, and it works. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. It's very easy. This will allow the API, your algorithm to understand what's working and what's not working in your ad account better, so where it will improve your performance inside of the account. Next one is measure your campaign with conversion lift, A/B testing, and marketing mix modeling. Let's see. To better understand campaign performance, we recommend that business use conversion lift to measure the incremental impact of ads, marketing mix modeling to quantity to the value of your results, and A/B testing compare the effectiveness of different strategies. Okay, so I'm against A/B tests. Like, and what I mean by A/B tests, I'm not saying like, oh, we should test 2 different ads. I'm saying is using the A/B test tool inside of the ad account. I don't care for that at all, which is funny because I think if you run an Advantage Plus campaign, you can't even do an A/B test using an A/B test tool, which is weird. But I do 100% agree with the incremental impact of ads onto your business. That's why when we create a new DCT, we want to make sure it gets more spend than our main ad set, because we want something that's going to create an incremental impact on the business, aka improve the business revenue overall. That is where that incremental impact is going to happen. But if I create a new DCT and it has a great ROAS on a low level, but little to no spend, that's not going to create an impact on the business. So that's why anything that doesn't really get a certain level of spend inside of my CPO campaign, I just turn it off, because even though it has a great ROAS, that does not mean it's creating an overall impact on the business. And that's why I consistently look at these things and run like measurements on those campaigns to see what is driving the greatest impact on that particular campaign in the account. So yes, I 50-50 agree with this. I agree with it to the point where it says use the A/B test tool, but I do look at the overall measuring your campaign with the conversion lift, aka measuring your campaign for incremental impact on your business, not just looking at, oh, well, this ad has a 5 ROAS. Yeah, but it spent $50 and got a 5x ROAS, where your main budget's $5,000 a day. And yes, you're doing a 1.3x overall, but that $50 ad with a 5x ROAS, it did not get that level of spin because it's not a great ad overall to take the 5K and spin. And yes, it's getting a great ROAS on a low level because it caught a few low-hanging fruit that did not create an overall impact on the business. So that's how I look at things like that. Cool. But yeah, this is the Facebook Performance 5. Drop your comments below. Curious what you guys believe or think about this Performance 5. We've been following a lot of these things and it's worked really well for us. And I find that once you stop going against Facebook and understand working with Facebook to make you more money, you actually make a substantial more money. So that's why I love about Facebook itself. And that's why I love about this Performance 5s and everything. So yeah, drop some comments below if you have any questions or what you think about it. And yeah, guys, talk to you guys later. Peace out.